from the civilization that we're faced with in 2024, why not consider Bangkok, Thailand, or Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam? Let me share with you living expenses here so you have an idea of what you've got to do. Remember, there is all kinds of online jobs you can get. You don't need to make $30, $40 an hour to be happy here like you do in the States. I know the prices of living in Europe vary greatly. They do in America too. But there's no way you can avoid the fact that it is crazy expensive now in America. There's some serious gouging going on. The stock market's going crazy. So if you're in the stock market with a good amount of money, you're golden. But the rest of us who don't have a load in the stock market, we're getting killed. So an option you do have is to come over, find yourself an online job. Even $15 an hour part-time is enough to get by here and have a decent quality life. Anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month and you're living a good solid life. You're not going to be out drinking and partying too much, but you're going to have really nice places to live. Places that'll cost $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month in major cities in America, you can get for $500, $600, $700, $800 here. It's just unbelievable how far your money can go. Not to mention the dating possibilities in these two countries. I'll talk about that in other videos, but let's talk about and focus on the price of living in these two cities. When you first get here, you want to get an Airbnb or a hotel in the area you want to stay. Find out how noisy it is at night or during the day. Find out if the neighborhood is suited for you. Is there a gym nearby? Is there places to eat? Can you find a 7-Eleven or a convenience store easily? Find that information out before you stay there. So I found this Airbnb in Bangkok. It's about 30 minutes from the center of town, and this place runs for $500 a month, and this is the one you just saw. Now let's take a look at Bangkok. These are 5 places I've stayed. This is a map showing the train systems. So I always try and make sure that I'm not further than a kilometer or so away from a train so I can walk there. And sometimes on the far right, I stayed at a place I would need to take a grab. It was about 2.5 kilometers away. So this was a condo I stayed at in the upper left. It was $500 a month. I did not need to pay the electricity bill. It was about an hour and 15 minutes to the center of town. 62nd floor had an infinity pool, also has a beautiful gym. And you stay in Bangkok for a year, you're going to be looking at about 55-60% of that cost for a year lease. So you can find apartments for 250 plus bills, 350 plus bills, no problem. In the center of town, $500 to $600, $700, and you're going to be in the center in a really nice apartment. Sky high towers, walkable, and if you need to, take a grab motorcycle. Don't take cars. They take forever. Bangkok traffic is insane. All right, let's jump over Cambodia back to Vietnam, and let me show you Ho Chi Minh. So this is a place I've lived about 1.5 years. It's called Vinhomes Grand Park. It's in District 9 of Ho Chi Minh, about an hour or so away from the center of Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. And as you can see, it is unlike anything you'll find in America. It is all in one living here. They've got great restaurants, lots of places to walk. They've got dentists, doctors. They're opening a hospital here soon. They've got schools if you've got kids, 15 huge swimming pools, sports courts everywhere for all kinds of sports. Very walkable. They just opened up this big mall. They've got a place to practice golf, not a golf course. So I have another video that goes more into depth with the amenities that you get when living in one of these Vinhomes projects. They also have other companies that have similar properties across Ho Chi Minh, all across the major cities of Vietnam. Now let's get into the actual specific numbers of apartment cost here. So you've got these apartments that start from $250 all the way up to $500 a month plus bills. And I'm talking studios for the 250, one bedrooms 300, 350, two bedrooms 350 to 400, and three bedroom, two baths up to maybe 500 maximum per month, plus your utilities. Utilities are going to run you, and that's everything in utilities, Wi-Fi, the maintenance fees. You're looking at 100 to maximum 200 for all of those. If you use really cold AC, you might be looking at 200. So a grand total, you're looking at 350 for the studios, up to $700 for the three bedroom, two bath. That's your total cost out the door. Pretty incredible. Okay, so let's head on down to Vinhome Central Park. You can see on the far right, the red arrow, that is Vinhome's Grand Park, which I just showed you. Now you can see on the left with the heart, that's Vinhome Central Park, which is about 10 minutes from District 1, District 3, which is the center or main part of Ho Chi Minh. A lot of activity, lots of restaurants. It's a happening, active place. So again, this place is, as you can see from the pictures, is beautiful. It has a huge park, so walkable, koi fish ponds, lots of trees, places if you have kids to run around, gym equipment. You've got a mall right across the street at Landmark 81, which is the tallest building in Southeast Asia. You can go to the top, has a great restaurant there, great bar. A couple of great restaurants up there. And the views from up here are amazing. You really get a great layout of all of Ho Chi Minh because you're up so high. So the mall is 4 stories, has all the good restaurants, also some fast food if you're in for that. A skating rink. You've got a movie theater. I think it has eight cinemas there. High-end shopping, then some normal shopping, good quality. You can buy a lot of things there. A big grocery store where you can get just about everything you're going to need, and then all kinds of convenience stores located around the property. Again, huge swimming pools located here, and it's a really comfortable place. You don't have to leave if you don't want to, so it's up to you. So here's Vinhome Central Park, sort of in the background, surrounding Landmark 81, and then in front of that, right here on the right-hand side is Saigon Pearl that has a lot of villas, and then on the left-hand side is Sun Hua Pearl. Down in this area has some great coffee shops and restaurants in the villas. Not too many, but this place here is famous and really good and kind of off the beaten path and near the river. The coffee's amazing, the food is great. So let's talk about the price of renting here. This is the view from the studio I had on the 33rd floor. I paid roughly about $650 with all my bills to stay here on a 1-year lease. There's my Vietnamese teacher. She would come over and teach me Vietnamese. A couple of my students would come over and cook for me sometimes, which was awesome. This is like a standard. The kitchen sizes, even on the studios, are quite big and spacious. Then you have this type of living room on the 3 bedrooms, very big, very spacious. And the rooms are decent size also. Here's a 2 bedroom, so you get a little bit bigger living room with the 2 bedrooms and the long kitchen, galley style kitchen. So the furniture, the quality is all going to be good or really good, depending on how much you pay for rent. The beds are usually quite good. Everything's very modern and clean. Sometimes it's a little more simple, like this apartment, but very nice, right? So it just depends on what your budget is and what style you like also. So then you get into the higher end apartments that are really decorated nicely, and the price will, of course, go up. And last year I stayed at a 1 bedroom. Here it is. It was on the 46th floor, so it ended up having a great view during the day and especially at night. So let's now get into the prices from studios all the way up to 3 bedroom, 2 baths. So starting off with studios, out the door with all the bills, you're looking at about $600. For 1 bedroom, you're looking at about $750 to $900, again with all the bills. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and 2 bedroom, 2 baths are going to run you about $1,000 to $1,200 per month. If it's really nicely equipped, maybe a little bit more. And then the 3-bedroom, 2 baths are going to run you about $1,350 to on up $1,700 if you're getting the really nicely decorated places with high-end furniture. They're going to have really nice big TVs, smart TVs, a lot of cooking appliances, top-notch pillows, etc. Really good quality. But then again, you're going to be paying more of a premium for that. So let's talk about the Airbnbs here. Airbnbs are not going to be double here as they are at Vinhomes Grand Park. They're going to go up about 50%. So everything you see for the prices of a studio or 1 bedroom, just add 50% to that, and that's about what you're going to pay here for Airbnb for 1 month. As of September 2024, Airbnb in Ho Chi Minh, many of these buildings have banned Airbnb stays for under 1 month. If you book for a month or more, you're fine. But under a month, they seem to attract some bad elements, and they cause trouble for the people that live there. So many of the buildings I know in Vinhomes Central Park and also out here are trying to crack down and keep people from short-term stays on Airbnb. So make sure you connect with your host and make sure that that is not the situation. Otherwise, you may have to kind of skirt under the security and not be in a comfortable position. So you may want to consider staying at a hotel. Hotels in Ho Chi Minh are very cheap. I'm going to say in general, you can definitely find hotels that are cheaper than Airbnbs in Ho Chi Minh. But I've had really bad luck with the Wi-Fi in hotels all over, especially in Thailand, which is famous for fast Wi-Fi, but not in hotels. And even at a 4-star hotel I stayed at downtown in Bangkok for a week, the Wi-Fi was absolutely horrible. So if you're going to be in that situation and you need some faster Wi-Fi, make sure that you get good 4G when you buy your SIM, either in Thailand or in Vietnam. It's so cheap for 1 month of Wi-Fi. In Thailand, go with True Wi-Fi. It's the best, strongest connections all over Thailand. And in Vietnam, go with Viettel. Some people will tell you mobile phone's okay. No, Viettel is the one to go with. It makes no difference. Be careful at the airports. They're going to tell you it's Viettel, but it's not. They're going to give you the one that they get the best commission on. So make sure you get Viettel. You need your passport in both Thailand and in Vietnam to get your 4G or 5G. It's blazing fast. Viettel cost me about $7 or $8 a month in Vietnam. And in Thailand, I pay about $12 or $13 for the 4G, 5G over there. Really, in my experience, 4G and the 4G SIM, I had much faster Wi-Fi than I did with the 5G. Kind of strange. But anyway, there you go. So if you decide you want to come to Ho Chi Minh here, or you want to come and you want to just chase these beautiful women, or you want to live in Bangkok or something, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of misconceptions, and there's a lot of falsehoods on social media. So if you have any questions, I'll tell you the truth, and just follow and just ask me anything. I'll help you out. No problem. I've been there.